my lovely people. What a guan. Welcome to another fabulous episode in my series, my Whole of Vibe series. And I am so excited because I have one of my favorite people who I consider to be a VIP in my book, a true MVP, okay, in the world, a hidden gem. Yes, yes, my people. I am so excited for my special guest today. Her name is Denise Taylor, probably known to a lot of other people as Miss Delightful. You'll know more about that. But let me just give you a little bit about her because this lady have a rich history of the things that she do, Entertainer extraordinaire. Let's start there. From a past, I have to say, popular stilts walker, fire breather. She's also a certified dance instructor. She is a big advocate for reading for children and now author of several children books. I have to say recent author of several children books, which is phenomenal. A really awesome, phenomenal and professional storyteller for children known as Miss Delightful. Please welcome and help me welcome Miss Denise Taylor. Miss Delightful. How you doing, Denise?
I gotta bring you everywhere with me. What an introduction. Lovely. I'm just gonna keep that recording and big up myself when I'm on my bad day.
Yes, me have to give you the props. You have to give the people the props, right?
That was so lovely. Thank you.
You have to give the flowers while you're alive. You understand me?
Yes, indeed.
And I'm so honored to have you on my podcast and to be interviewing you on all that you're doing and everything, and to share you with all the people out there because I truly believe you are a hidden gem.
Oh, that just touched my heart. Thank you for saying that. That's really sweet, and thank you for having me on your show. I'm really excited and happy to just see what you're doing, and I've known your vision for years, and I just love that you're doing what you love and may continue to bless your community and beyond.
Oh man, I received that, girl. Oh man, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So let's get into it. So Denise, this podcast, I don't know if you've ever watched my show before, but
I watch I went on YouTube. I'm up to date, honey.
But I always started off, our show always start off with what you're drinking. Before we even go into what you're drinking.
Yes.
Where are you? Are you from? Were you born in Britain or born in the UK? Where you? How it go?
Yeah. Well, I say I am Jamaican because mom and dad, they're Jamaican. That's my culture. I'm proud of it. Love it. My parents, when they were young, they moved to England, worked there. That's where they met, got married, had their family. So yes, I am English, but and I love England as well. Proud to be English as well. But my culture is just Caribbean because that's the music that's always playing in our house. That's the food my mother cooks. And look, when you have two parents with strong Jamaican accents, that's it. But so that side comes out in me. And then I'm also English, but I live here in America. I live in Florida now. I've been here for a long time.
Yes.
So the English, it come and goes. People are curious, where are you from? You're this and that, And sometimes when I'm interested in the person I'm talking to, I'll give them my history. But it's just easy to say I'm Jamaican, and they're still curious, and they're like, "But you sound so English." I'm like, "Well, we speak the Queen's English there." I just cut it off like that. They're so confused. Yeah, go study your history. I'm not here. We can't bother with them people. But yeah, I'm English. Been here a long time. And I still go back to England and visit either every year or every 2 years. And same with Jamaica. Those are two cultures I'm just so happy and so proud of. And but now I live here in the US. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you're here with your viewers. You hear the Jamaican accent come out. I'm tell you, she speak patois even better than some Jamaican we live in Jamaica. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, because when I go to Jamaica, my family's in the country, and when they start talking, I'm like, what? What did you? Wait, I have to hold on, man. Hold on. Wait, what did you say? Oh God.
Look. And speaking about Jamaica, let us put our people up in prayer
Yes.
because of that devastating Hurricane Melissa, which just licked the island,
Lots of
right?
prayers. We need your
Yes,
support.
yes,
It's going to take years to build back. Whatever you can give, give time, money, clothes, anything you can give.
absolutely,
Continue. Continue.
absolutely.
Just make a continual giving. It's going to take years.
Gonna take years to build up, but you know what, Denise? I
Hey.
give God thanks. I give God Almighty thanks because no matter, even though a lot of people, their stuff got destroyed, our spirits are so resilient.
Yeah,
Our
I mean,
people are so
oh,
resilient, man. I'm telling you.
what
You
you
know what
it's
I mean?
yeah, I mean, what I've been seeing even online and on the news, so many of the people say we still have our lives.
We
The people are
still have our
so
life.
thankful to be alive. And I saw something, a fun fact. Jamaica's national anthem is the only national anthem that starts with a prayer. Eternal
Now,
Father.
Father, bless
Girl,
our
come on.
land.
Come
Guide
on.
us with your
With the
mighty
mighty
hand.
hand. Come
Yes,
on.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
through the devastation, the people, man, they still Jamaicans stand. We are a strong culture. That's one thing
Strong,
I know.
strong
Jamaicans,
people.
and if
Yeah.
you don't know Jamaican, you need to get to know one because
Need
we're good
forget to know
people.
one for
Need to
real.
get you need a Jamaican in your life if you want them to pray for you. You want
Yes, for
miracles, for
real.
God make it up. You
For
want
real.
joy,
For real.
happiness.
For
Get a
real.
Jamaican in your life. You
For
won't stop
real.
laughing. Yeah, man.
For real.
For
For
real,
real.
our culture is so good. Yeah, man.
For
Anyhow,
real.
sorry, I went off on a tangent there.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
but
yes, we both do.
yeah,
But
man.
we got to big up
So
with Jamaica because we both
have
Jamaicans,
to
right? And to
cheers to
that,
you. I see you. Yeah, man. I see you.
yes,
Yeah.
me see you have your drinking on your hands. What you drinking, Denise? What you drinking?
I got two here. So that's my water there in case I get
Okay,
dry mouth. Always stay hydrated.
that's right.
But it's afternoon. It's tea time. I'm having a nice cup of tea, English breakfast, a little bit
That's
of
the
milk.
British in her. That is the
That's
British
right.
in
Because
her,
always
viewers.
tea time. Every day I go to my parents' house, it's tea time, like 4 o'clock. So when I go over there at 4 o'clock, it's gonna be tea time again with a little biscuit or a little piece of cake. Oh, my dad gets so excited. He hears the door opening. He's ready for tea time. Yeah, man. Yes.
So
That's
you
it.
have your tea, and
Yes. What are
I
you
have me
drinking?
here. I call it my champagne cranberry
Oh, that's
because
nice.
in our alcohol there, no
That's all
champagne
right.
is in here. This
That's
is
all
just
right.
cranberry juice, people.
That's
Pure, unsweetened. Let me just
yeah.
specify that unsweetened cranberry juice in a champagne glass. And that me
There
a
you
drink right
go.
now.
I think
Mm.
people also just need to relax too. Like when you say, "Hey, you want to come out and have a drink with me?" It doesn't mean alcohol. You could be
Does
tea,
it?
water, juice. I think that's a culture. Maybe it's a cultural misunderstanding. So
Yes,
if people
yes.
say, "Hey, Denise, come out and join me for a drink," I'm not thinking, "Oh my God, they want me to get
Right,
plastered."
right, exactly.
It's what you want to drink, people. Relax.
Relax,
Yourself.
relax, relax. It can be
Man.
tea, it can be coffee,
Anything.
it can be hot
Anything. Orange
chocolate,
juice, a
anything.
smoothie. Come on.
There
Relax.
you go, there you go.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
my dear. So, Denise,
Yes, my
let's
darling.
get into it. Let's get into
Come
it.
on. I can't
I
wait.
want, I want to ask you really quick though, because when I get with any guest, I like to talk a little bit about their culture and how. But considering that we both from the same place, I just curious, what is one of the things that you miss being over here so long? And I've been over here a very long time, to over 25 years. I can't even believe it. I come here 1995, right? But
Right.
what is one of the things you would say you really miss about Jamaica that you don't really see over here?
Oh, man. There's a saying on the National Tourist Board of Jamaica. Once you go, you know.
Once you go,
And
you know. Yes.
because it's not a specific, oh, I like, of course, the music's great and the food, the people, but there is just a feeling of when you go to Jamaica and you're just immersed in the culture and everything. When
Mm.
you leave, it's emotional. You cry. There's a spirit. Jamaica really is a spiritual country. We have beautiful beaches. God has blessed us with
Oh my
land
God.
of the best fruit and our seasonings, and Jamaica is actually an organic country
It
because
is.
anywhere you stay,
Living off the
we don't put
land.
stuff in the freezer and thing. You go in the grocery store, it's like you're going to a butcher shop because the animals, we eat off the animals, fresh fruit from the tree, the land. It's just really a beautiful experience. And I think that's what makes our bodies appreciate it. Now, I'm just gonna I am gonna say also, I just have to say also, I do miss England as well. London is a beautiful place. I call it my heart.
Yeah.
I really, I'm in love with London, but I don't like the cold weather.
Mm, mm.
I'm a
Yeah.
sunshine girl. Sunshine makes you happy. Sunshine
Happy.
makes you
Yeah.
glow. But so I really am proud of being from England, but of a Jamaican culture. But Jamaica is also still it's so in my heart and it's in everything. It's in my DNA.
Mm-hmm.
It's and I'm just so proud of it, And when I
Yeah.
meet other Jamaicans, I do want to say hello, and where's your family from? And we just big each other up,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, I just love it. So it really is for me, Jamaica, it's a feeling, it's a spiritual thing because when you go there, it just fills you up with goodness. Everything is so good for you. Everything in Jamaica, it's just so good for you.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree. Well, I
yeah.
have to say, even though we have the Jamaican restaurants over here, and I'm sure they have them in
Yeah.
England, because I know it's enough Jamaican in
Enough
England,
Jamaican
enough
there.
Jamaicans in the
Enough
UK. I
Jamaican there.
remember growing up, everybody is like, them gone to UK. People are from Jamaica, so come down from UK with barrel and thing. I mean, it was, you know what I mean? So, I've never been to the UK. I pray to go one day.
You should. You
Um,
like it.
Yes, but one of the things I have to say I miss about Jamaica,
Yeah.
Denise, is the food. I mean, the food of
Mm,
the Jamaican jerk chicken and my favorite dish is the ackee and
mm,
saltfish.
mm.
And me love the ackee straight from the tree, Denise, because unfortunately Jamaican restaurants are over here because me understand it very expensive and we know that ackee is indigenous to Jamaica. If you never
Mm,
tried it yet, people, you got to try
mm.
ackee and saltfish.
Have to.
The ackee that them serve over here is in the tin, in the
Yeah.
can. And me none of
Yeah.
that. Me want the ackee from the tree. So me miss that. Me miss
It's
that because me
yeah.
know when me go to Jamaica, you're gonna get the straight ackee from the
Straight,
tree.
straight. And cooked over a slow fire. If some of them cook outside them yard. Oh God.
Tell me
You're
about it.
salivating. You
Tell me
can't wait for
about
it to
it.
go. How long that going to take to cook?
Tell me about it. And the
Everything
roast
is
bread
so
fruit.
good. Ah,
And the roast bread fruit,
the rose
Denise.
red
Come on now.
fruit.
And the
Oh,
dammy.
oh, you're making me hungry. Come on.
All right.
Mm, mm. It's just so good. Everyone that's watching, if you want, you know what? Go to Jamaica and give back by going to Jamaica.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
go
Yes.
and experience what we're talking about.
What we're talking
You'll
about.
be so blessed.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
stay if you can stay visit a nice area of the beach, beautiful sandy beaches where it's just meditational. And sometimes fishermen will come by and say, "You want to fry a fresh?" They'll fry a
A
fresh
fresh
fish for you on the
fish.
beach with
Yes.
onion and pepper. Mm,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
mm,
Oh my goodness
mm.
gracious.
Oh, I
Yes.
know,
Yes.
girl. You make Sherry,
Like Denise said, viewers, once you go, you
you
know.
know.
You know.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's an experience, but just know you're going to feel things. It's just going to be a moment that you feel it. That's the part. You've gone
Yes.
there, and when you feel it, now you know. Now you know what we're
Yes.
talking about because it's just so wonderful,
It is.
so
It is.
wonderful.
It
Yeah,
truly
man.
is.
Oh gosh, I love it. I love it.
And
Yeah,
I
man.
love it with your child. I love it with you.
Ah!
Let us talk about this lovely lady here now, Denise. Let's get into Denise now.
Okay.
Um, so Denise, I've noticed just looking at your bio, you have a very rich um entertainment history. Now, from being a stilts walker, fire breather, all that stuff, you're also an actress, right? A voiceover professional as well. What shifted your direction from that into a professional children's storyteller and book author?
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you the short version. Thank you for asking that. Oh, that was a loaded question. So, yes, I've always been in entertainment. It started from just childhood. Your mother puts you in an activity. And so in London, she put me in dance, and I just loved it. Always loved dancing. And when we moved to America, I continued with it. And I knew I just love entertainment. Like I just want to be an entertainer, but there were different avenues I didn't know how to find out or how do I do this. So, I moved to California in the mid 90s and got an agent, a dance agent, and started going out for commercials and did quite well and met up with another young lady where we had a very successful Caribbean company where we did traditional Caribbean shows, eating fire, stilt walking, along with dance, and that's how you and I made that connection as
That's
well.
right.
And I studied acting, was still keeping up with my dancing, but as you get older in life, you get injuries, and I had a really bad injury on my right knee, having hip
Mm.
problems. I've had total hip replacement and lower
Ah,
back problems. And when I hurt my knee, though, it was so bad. The doctor said it was in a brace, and the doctor told me how lucky I was that I didn't need surgery. But I was just resting, and one day I was just like, well, what can I do if I can no longer entertain? What would my next steps be then? If my body is just now breaking down on me, what's next? And so fast forward to I transitioned into being a nanny. So I've been a professional nanny where I've been very fortunate to work with lots of wonderful families, from babies to toddlers. And there's a very important part of a toddler's life, a child's life. It's called bedtime. You give them a bath and you get your books, and you tuck them in. So bath, books, and bed, my three B's. And sometimes or just being with the kids, I would make up stories from my childhood. And they would keep saying, Denise, tell me that story again. It's so funny. And I was like, really? You like that story? But the thing about the beauty about kids is when they find a story they like or a kid's character, that's all they're stuck on. They just want
mm.
this over and over again. They don't get bored of things for a long time, a favorite toy, whatever. So what I decided to do then, I recorded one of my stories. My first book is called Bun and Cheese. I decided to record that story on a CD, and I was just giving them away. Just here, play this in your car for the kids when you're on the road or whatever. And my little nephew was about 3 years old. He looked at me one day and he said, Auntie Dee Dee, I really like your story, Bun and Cheese, but I want to see Bun and Cheese with Mr. Delightful in pictures. And I never thought about it. I just never made that connection.
Mm.
And I was like, I don't know how to write a book. I don't know where I'm going to start, but I'll write it out and I'll start. And so that's how my first book came. And I met a wonderful I call him my mentor. His name is Steve Russell. He's another
Mr.
Jamaican
Steve
guy. You know
Russell,
Steve?
yes,
Yeah.
he's also
So
from
he mentored
Jamaica.
me through everything. He held my hand
Oh,
and taught me everything I needed to know and do about writing a book. And that's how I got my, excuse me, my first book done. And happy to say I'm on book number 4 that was just published March of this year. And yeah, I'm a big advocate for reading, always have been. I love books. And what I'm trying to do a lot now, I go to schools and I do meet the author presentations.
oh, wonderful.
Yeah, because I really, the the iPad, iPhone, the TV, it's great, but I really want kids to just fall in love more in just reading and escaping with their own books. Going to the library should be exciting because those are exciting things for me as a kid. And I just love when you read a book, how you see yourself in that story and where your mind takes you and how you actually think that you're like the main character. You're in a journey
Right,
with them, you know. And I love that my kid's character, Miss Delightful, believe it or not, I actually dress up as her when I go to schools. And the kids are a really wonderful focus group for me because it lets me know they really enjoy the stories. But after in the Q&A sessions, they let me know what they would also like to see more of and why didn't we see a picture of this person, and it just lets me know, all right, you're on the right track, Denise, keep going. But I'm just having a wonderful time in just writing these stories and bringing these characters to life, and the little kids just loving it, and the parents, because the parents, they're the ones buying my books, but they
right.
also come and they talk to me and just like, we read your book last night and we've been reading it all week. And those are the testimonials that I love. They've been reading my book all week. Great, great, great. You know?
That
So
is wonderful.
it really is. It really is has been a wonderful journey. I love it. And gonna stick with this forever now. I found my groove.
Wow, wow, look at that. Isn't that
Yeah,
amazing? You mentioned that, as we grow older, we tend to get prone to injuries, but I also believe as we grow older, we also get wiser, right? We get
absolutely.
wiser. We sometimes, well, most times, depending on how grounded you are and how I believe how connected you are to your creator, the Most High, you know what I mean? You really get connected to what is your true purpose here for your existence. Because I always believe that, at least now I know that it's not about us, it's always something bigger than us, right?
Right.
And I believe what you are doing, not that what you were doing wasn't a good thing, because you brought a lot of smiles to people and happiness, but I feel like to me, this is even more powerful and more profound. How you the impact that you're having on our young generation, and that's where it starts a lot of times, right? The minds of our children and what
Yeah.
is being put into their minds, and you have an opportunity to impact that through Miss Delightful, through what you're bringing through the books, right?
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question, because you are a big advocate. One of the things I admire, and to me that makes you a VIP in my book, is being such a big advocate for reading among children, because I think that is so profound. Why? Because I remember growing up, Denise, and I'm sure you may have had the same experience too. A lot of us children, especially in the islands, I remember growing up, like you just mentioned, a lot of kids on these devices. Kids, you don't really see them playing outside anymore. I
Right.
remember my mother, everything, read a book, read a book. I
Mm-hmm.
remember there was a book, um, a book growing up in Jamaica. It had like, it was like, um, it was literally giving you the why of things, like why are there clouds,
Oh, tell me
what the
why.
tell me
Tell me
why.
why. I still have my
Yes,
copy.
my mom made me sit down and say, read this book.
Tell me why. Oh my
Tell
gosh.
me
Yes.
why. And I really enjoyed reading that. Just reading. It was so encouraged growing up. And not just with me, even with other children around me. By parents, it was so encouraged. And if we're not reading, we're going out there, we're playing games. Usually, whether it be jacks. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know jacks, but
Oh, we
you
know
know what I
Jack.
mean? Skipping, whatever it is.
Hopscotch, jump rope. Oh gosh, we had such creative games back
Such
then.
creative games, but
But
reading was so
reading,
encouraged, and it was so
absolutely.
impressionable on our minds growing up. And I know that helped me. So, you being such an advocate for that amongst children, I think is so profound and so well needed. So well needed, especially in injecting our kids' mind with things that are positive and that will truly help them to brighten, enlighten, expand their minds. You know what I mean?
That's
In a
it.
very
That's
positive
it.
way, because there are also negative things that are being fed into their minds too that they shouldn't even be exposed to. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
I think that is an amazing thing that you're doing. Very profound indeed. But I wanted to just kind of talk a little bit more about that. I
Yeah. No,
know
I
you're
love everything
passionate
you're
about that.
saying because I think just again culturally coming from I know in a Jamaican household, education is so important. I mean, even as a kid, my mother would make she didn't do it to my younger sister, funny enough, but my brother and I, we'd have to sit down and read to her. She'd make us read out loud to her. It was so important. But
Yeah.
I just enjoyed reading. But yeah, my books, with my kid's character, Miss Delightful, what I'm trying to do now is with each book, she has friends in different countries because what I'm also trying to do is growing up, I love geography. I love learning about
Mhm.
different cultures and how countries celebrate things or the things they eat. And I loved it so much. I thought I was going to be a flight attendant because I just want to fly and visit different countries, but that didn't happen. Anyway,
I could see you being a good flight attendant, by the
oh,
way.
hello, yes, did come, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, that did not happen. Um, so in my stories, Miss Delightful has friends all over the world, and each book takes place. She has a friend in a different country, and each story takes place in a different country. But I also so it's little there and all of the stories is a little teaching or learning example for each of the kids because as they read the books, I do want it to be fun, but fun and whilst you're learning, fun while yeah, you're having fun reading about these characters and learning about a different place. So it's really important where, for me, I really wanted to bring just a light-hearted, fun element, but you're also going to learn something new about a new place, and I think it's time. It's a teachable moment also where I want the kids to be curious about other places and other cultures because I dress up as well because I want the kids to be curious about me and where I'm from so I can teach you something new so you can go home and tell mom and dad what you learned today
Yes.
and even, hey, mom and dad, can we go visit this country? Can we go and taste this? And, I really hope that my words do make a positive impact in their life because when you do read a book or anything you read, it should, I feel, make an impact on you. Even if it's down to the simplest of things, or if you're reading the recipe, I want to see how to make this cake. It should either make you happy because you're enjoying what you're doing and putting everything together to make a lovely cake, or it's going to frustrate you because I don't know what's going wrong, but this is not the cake it's supposed to be. But anything you read should really just infiltrate you in some way where you're feeling something. You really should be feeling something when you read. Like even the books I read, I love reading. I'm really into biographies now because I love finding out um, people's journeys in lives. I'm always curious, and even people I meet, I'm just always so curious about their journey. Like, tell me, about this and that and that. But you're experiencing their life journey and what they're going on, and you feel, oh my gosh, they went through that, but oh, and they made it through. I feel it inspires me, or yeah. So that's what for me, reading, I don't, I think kids are just missing that, oh, it's just a book. But in that book, there's so much you can experience together. A book could be a great friend to you. Like, this is such a great story. I can't wait to get home after school and find out what happens to so and so, you know?
Yeah.
So, in just my stories are short stories for kids, though. They're like little 5-minute stories. My books aren't, they're not thick books. They're just little thin, they're 5-minute books. And but within that 5 minutes, they're gonna experience a journey that's fun, They're going to learn, they're going to get a little lesson. And then at the back of my books, there's a little activity for them to do.
Oh,
So,
fun. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm hoping these little kids go on a little journey with Miss Delightful and enjoy themselves. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Miss Delightful, the character you created. But I just want to say, you mentioned that you believe a book, people should
Mhm.
feel something. I want to say you should feel something prayerfully and hopefully that something you feel is positive and uplifting.
Absolutely.
Because I do know people can read books and
Well, it all
feel
depends on,
and
right.
feel negative, Denise, and end up
Well,
doing
it's
negative things.
Well, no, because there are those books there. There are books that are there, and that's their sole purpose. And if an author is more on the dark side, and that's what, because people are into that kind of stuff, that's what you're going to get. My book, as a kid's author, it's light, fluffy, fun, everything. That's my energy, my vibe, and that's what I put into all my books. But you're quite right. I mean, but I've read many kids books. There are some kids books out there with some they're a little bit on the sad side in the stories, and as a grown up you have to talk to the kid of why this happened, what
That is the
made
responsibility of the parent.
Right, that made the kid feel sad in the story. But my books, hopefully, right now, I'm just really just trying to bring joy and fun and little learning lessons together. I have had parents approach me like, have you thought about writing these kind of stories for the kids? And I write it down, like the requests that they make, I just put it on my list and I'll put a pin there because I have other books I want to write about next. But I like the fact that parents are also asking, will you write about ABCD? And
Mm,
I thank them and I'll say, I'll make notes and see what I can do. But
mm.
yeah, it's interesting. Like even sometimes like I say, I read these biographies, and when a person has gone through a very dark road, whether they like maybe let's say they struggled with some form of addiction or something, it's just like, oh my gosh, you really feel for them. And it does make you feel away, but they made it out through the other side. So it is important what you put into your mind and what you read. And that's why I am just putting in good, fun family stuff. I'm just all about fun with the kids, family, because I love having fun with kids, from being a nanny. It's just, I think these are lovely little humans, because that's what they are. They're little humans, but you're nurturing their minds, their thinking, you're helping them through their journey of life. And I just want to put in fun, fun, fun. That's what I'm about. Mr. Delightful is colorful, fun, 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 fun. All about it. Even when I do go to the schools, it's a little party. They come in, they're getting some party beats. I've got music going. I really want to make a fun impact on that little person's life.
Yes, and you do. Based on what I've seen on your videos, which I'll have you share with the viewers lately, how they can, follow Miss Delightful
Oh,
and what you
absolutely.
do a little bit later in the show. But for me, what stands out for me personally, that even though I'm not a child, but if I was a parent, why I would purchase your books is not so much more about the fun, but it's the positivity factor. Okay, because I do want, if I had a child, I want them to learn something that I feel is going to uplift them as a human being, and expand their mind in a positive way. But just to give you an example, viewers,
Oh,
like
yeah.
this, look at the title. It is good to brush your teeth,
That's right.
which is good, right? Things like that. She teaches, look at this one, bun and cheese,
Fun and
which this is
cheese.
culturally something back in Jamaica, that we do. You're right.
Yes, yes.
She has another little one, with Billy's blue piano,
Piano.
but I love the fact that you use this Miss Delightful character, which, this creative, happy, it makes me think of a flower, like a walking flower, right?
So cute.
And you use this not just to bring fun, right, to the kids, but you teach them about things typically that kids will go, what's this? Or, they like brushing the teeth. Sometimes kids don't even like brush the teeth, but just hearing and seeing it from Miss Delightful, they'll go, oh, okay, Miss Delightful say I'm to brush my teeth, and they will start brushing their teeth. You know what I mean?
Very
So
true. Yeah.
yeah, because it kind of makes me remember, think of Big Bird. You remember Big Bird? This
Yes.
on Sesame Street.
Yes.
I remember things that the parents would have a hard time getting the kids to understand. Big Bird will come explain it, and then all of a sudden them get it because they're like,
Right.
Big Bird said,
Big Bird set. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I
Yes.
feel like Miss Delightful is kind of the new Big Bird, so to speak. You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
that. I love that. That's like a double entendre in a way. Big bird, as in a big, bird chick. Hey, but I love that. I like that. But sometimes, like they say in real life, it's easier sometimes to talk to a stranger than family or someone close. But no, it's true. Even parents come up to me though and say, "Oh, you're reminding us to brush our teeth." I'm like, absolutely.
Yes,
But
yes.
that is one of my teaching stories as well. Because when I was a nanny of twin boys, they didn't want to brush their teeth, but we had to make it fun,
Make it
And
fun. Yes,
yeah,
yes, and
yeah,
and children, little children, they gravitate towards that. Things that are fun. You know what I
yes,
mean? So,
yes,
I get it. But how
yes.
did you come up? Let's get into to Miss Delightful, and if you look at this pictured viewers, you see, and
It's
that's one thing I
cute.
love about her books, by the way.
Yes,
It's very, very, look at the colors. Look at the colors. Very colorful. Children
yeah.
tend to
I have
love
to big up
color.
my illustrator. He's actually from
And
Barbados.
oh, another Caribbean in the
Another
house. Big
Caribbean,
up, big up.
Jason Waits. And when it's so funny, all my books, I'm like, I need you for my first four books. And I would just describe to him what I want, and he would tell, it's like he got my mind. And hopefully we
Yes.
can do more together. But he's a brilliant, brilliant illustrator. Yeah, plays the
Beautiful job.
piano.
Just
Thank
absolutely
you.
beautiful. Beautiful. Um,
Yeah. So yeah,
so
how she came about. Well, I think, it's from being an entertainer, showgirl, all the tricks in my bag got me to this point where I was actually booked for I'll never forget the day. It was for oh gosh, what's it called? I did a USO tour where it's army families that live in Europe, and we did a tour to entertain the kids of the families, the military families, sorry. So it's like our first show, and I was actually on stilts and just wearing a bright costume on stilts and and these kids, I don't think they've ever seen a stilt walker before. And all I had was like these big ribbons, and I was blowing up balloons and giving them to the kids. And they just want. I was like the Pied Piper. They wouldn't leave me alone. And a lot of them kept saying, "What's your name? What's your name?" And I didn't even think about that because I didn't. Usually in gigs, you're just a talent. You're not talking to the clients and whatnot. But I didn't want to use my real name, and I stuttered. I was like, "My name is Miss Delightful," and so that's how the name came, Miss Delightful.
wow,
And my actual jingle, the stutter is like D Delightful, D. So
which
that's
is
how
so
the
cute.
Thank you. So being forced to project a name to the kids, that's how the name came about. And then when I was doing the stories, I would always dress up as Miss Delightful and get on stilts, but the stilts and the costume, it was just a lot. It was just a lot of gear, a lot of everything. And I said, how can I kind of downsize her?
Hmm.
And it just made sense. Make her more ethereal. I gave her butterfly wings and tutus. And
Ah,
the little girls, they
just
would
like in
come,
this picture.
girl, let me tell you something, darling. Or sometimes, like when I'm making appearances at book festivals and whatnot, the little girls, they'll come in their tutus to match me. It's the cutest
Oh,
thing. So it's another little connection there with the little ones. But yeah, that's how my character came about. And it's just easier to be the character to actually talk to the kids and the parents rather than Denise. It's just easier. Behind the tutus and the wigs as Miss Delightful, I get away with so much more, you know. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. That is so wonderful. I don't know if you've ever heard of Tabitha Brown. I think that's her name.
Yes,
And
yes.
she has a children's I think
The children's shows on YouTube, and I'm just gonna say Miss Delightful was around before her. I'm just gonna say that. Just saying.
okay,
However, I'm
okay.
happy. I'm happy for her and the Miss Rachels, but Miss
Yes.
Delightful has been before those ladies. But it's so everything has its timing, and that's
Everything has
cool.
its timing, but
Absolutely.
I brought that up to say is
Yes.
that I could totally see the Denise, what you created, and this is how. That's why I'm saying that it's like as we go through life and we get older, we really find the essence of our true purpose. Because Mr. Lightful is huge to me. The
Oh,
the impact you can have on not just children here, the whole wide world. It's
amen.
so
Yes.
huge. The horizon is so huge, Denise. The sky is limitless here because I just picture it. I'm just already seeing your the channel on YouTube. I'm actually seeing Miss Delightful, like how we had Sesame Street, the Miss Delightful show on Prime TV. Okay, for our kids to come on now. Come
It's
on
funny.
now.
I love everything you're saying. It's like you're actually, it's, how can I say it? Everything you just said, I receive, but it's like I'm starting there, but I need to figure some things out with just life because it's like tomorrow I have a meeting with a guy because he wants to help me to start a YouTube channel. Mr.
Mm.
Lightful is actually on Sesame Street right now in a
Ah,
segment and it's
ah.
on my website. You'll see it. She's actually in a
I
little segment, but I,
yes, I
I'm
actually
just,
did see that.
yeah,
Yes.
so thankful for that. And then the parents and of friends of mine all over the world, they're just like, well, when are you going to come to Spain? When are you coming to Holland? Denise, when are you coming to England with her? And it's a lot of
Miss
these,
Delightful on tour. Uh-huh.
but it's all those things of I've got to put it together. It's yeah. And I need the help to do it as well. There's just a lot
A
that
lot of
goes
moving
into do,
parts.
yeah. So the school things that I'm doing right now, I'm really happy with. And what I'm trying to do is reach other schools within the country. And then hopefully I can do this in other schools in other countries and start that way. But I would eventually like to see Miss Delightful actually like as a live show where families can bring their kids to come and see her live. I don't know if by then I will be Miss Delightful. Hopefully, it'll be a wonderful, other lovely young lady in an afro wig and tutus and flowers. That's her. Because, girl, sometimes I wake up to do it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it just takes a lot, you know. But very thankful. But everything you said, it is going to happen. I just need the team to help me get there. Because
And I
everything
just
I'm doing myself, I'm doing everything myself. The bookings, I'm doing everything myself. You know how it is.
I know how it is. And usually that's how it starts off. It always starts off, obviously, with you doing everything yourself. And then as thing expands, you can hire a team. Everybody wants to be on the Miss Delightful team, right? So
I
I would not be
I pray,
surprised.
yes.
Look, I am so grateful to have you on the show while you have time because trust me,
Always have time for you,
viewers,
girl.
take a good look at her. Take a good
Ah, I'm
back
telling
up.
you, you're gonna be my hype, you're gonna be Mr. Delightful's hype woman.
Back up, people. Back up. Back up. Take a good look at her. Breathe.
Oh,
Take
that's
her
so
in.
sweet.
My word. You see this lady here? Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you're watching your news one day you go, wait a minute. Is not that lady Miss upon the Ola Vibe show? I talk about she go on. This is the new person taking over the whole world with children,
Oh,
like
bless
Big
you for
Bird.
that. Big Bird. I love it. Big Bird. Girl, I love it.
Like
Oh,
Big
bless
Bird,
you for
right?
that. That's really, really
Right.
kind. Thank
So,
you.
so
And encouraging. Thank you.
no, I truly believe it, Denise. So let me tell you, because you're truly a very talented, multi-talented young lady. You're looking at a lady here who has so many talents under her belt. She's also a very good businesswoman. And I'm telling you, she is. She is. I mean, I've worked professionally with Denise under her
Yes, we
company way
have.
back in the day when,
Back in the day.
I
Yep.
used to,
Yeah, we used
perform
to
with
dance, perform. Yeah, absolutely.
Caribbean choreographies and stuff. And let me tell you, when Denise sit down for negotiate, honey. Mm-hmm. So she's a very good businesswoman,
Oh, thank
very
you.
good business. So with all those skills you have under your belt, right? I just know in time, and of course, got to keep the Creator, the God Almighty, at the hedge of it all
That's
to
right.
guide you. And once you do that, Denise, I am not surprised. I will not be surprised for the
Amen.
expansion of Miss Delightful and how it will build trust. So I am just so grateful that I have you right now when you have time because
I'll always have time for you, girl. My friends that have history and we have history, I will always have time for you. Know that. I will always have time and make
uh
time for you.
uh
Always.
thank you,
Know
Denise.
that. Of
Thank you.
course.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. That means a
Of
lot.
course.
So with Miss Delightful, what are some of like your favorite stories you would say that you have shared so far with children
Um,
through
yeah.
your
Oh.
books?
Well, I'm just gonna be I'll be very honest. I think Bun and Cheese is always gonna be near and dear to my heart because it was my first book, and we meet a lovely brother and sister from the country of Jamaica. And
Ah,
this book just it's always going to be very special, Bun and Cheese, where it's there's a little lesson in here for the kids. And whenever I read it for the children, and I always start and open up my Q&A with asking, what should Dave and Diane have done? And they totally get it. They
wow,
totally
that's
get the
good.
story. And then I asked them what should they have done. And they're just with me on the journey so much where they totally get it. Basically, it's Dave and Diane, they didn't ask permission to do something. I don't want to give it away too much because I want
Yeah,
everyone
don't give
to
it away
go.
too much
I want
now.
everyone to go on my website and get a copy
Yes, yes.
for the holidays coming up. But yeah, that story actually, it's one that's really it was my first book. It's my first baby. I'm proud of all
Ah,
of my books, but that's one I know inside and out, every crevice, every word, every set bun and cheese. And yeah, it's I had to start off with Jamaica first.
of
Um
course.
yeah, because I'm really, like I say, that is my culture. The second book takes part in California, where I met you, but I lived in California, believe it or not, for over 20 years, where my career as an entertainer and also a nanny started. And I love California. I miss it very much. And that was a major part of my life living in California. And my third story is let's see. Billy's Blue Piano takes part in France, and that's a dear story to me because it's dedicated to a very special friend that was a musician named Billy. That's always been a cheerleader for me in my life. And there's more of a teaching element in this story, and also about caring about your neighbors. And we should care about our neighbors, especially if they're elderly. You should actually, people don't really know their neighbors anymore, but I think it's still important where You should get to know your neighbors and care about your neighbors.
Mm,
They're not family. I'm not saying, have them in your house all the time, but you should at least know the person that lives next door to you. And
true.
or if you just move in the neighborhood, introduce yourself. It's an old-fashioned thing to do, but I think it goes a long way because you never know when you're going to need a neighbor. I've needed a neighbor when I was away. I needed them to help my elderly parents. And
Yeah.
I made sure I knew my parents' neighbors as well as they saw me coming and going. And one of their neighbors helped out in an emergency situation. So things like that, I try and make things just very relatable in my books, easy to understand. But it should be my stories. It's something where the kids, they really, after reading it, they get it, can digest it. I want to read it again. Let's see. Yeah,
And that has to warm your heart when they get it. That has to warm
absolutely.
your heart. You know what I mean?
That's why I love going to the schools because it's a good focus group for me, and they get it, and they like it, and just how kids are very blunt. Kids are truth tellers.
Mm-hmm.
They will just
Mm-hmm.
tell you, yes, I like it, or I didn't like that part, or da, 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 da,
Yeah,
but so far I've just been like, they're just confirming for me that what I'm putting out, it's good. And that makes me happy.
that's
As long
wonderful.
as the kids are letting me know this is good, I'm happy.
That's
Happy.
wonderful. That's
Absolutely.
wonderful. I
Yeah.
love the one of the favorite ones that you shared, which I love that powerful message about, um, knowing your neighbors and valuing your neighbors. It just makes me think of, what Christ taught us about loving your neighbor as yourself. And we really need to do more of that in this world today. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Really,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. I
So I
think
think
that's
that's a
just
beautiful.
something where we're just so already isolated a lot in our own homes, but
Mm.
we have to extend ourselves to others and yeah, and getting to know you. I've actually moved into a neighborhood where I'm surrounded by a lot of elderly people, and because in Florida there are a lot of elderly people, and I moved back here to be closer to my elderly parents. And it's
Ah,
so funny. I find myself now more than ever, I'm always looking out for the elderly now. It's like, make sure they're okay. Even if like, in just this week, I was at a park and I was in a grocery store, two different places. I've seen two elderly people like take bad falls, like it's like they're falling, they're trying to
mm.
catch us. One lady, the whole left side of her body, from her head, her elbow, her arm, blood, 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 blood.
Oh my
But
goodness.
she got dizzy, and I was driving in the park, and all I saw was this old lady hugging a tree. So of course, I'm not going to drive. How can you
Of
see an old
course.
lady hug a tree?
Yeah, and just
How
what
can you
drive
drive by that,
past.
right?
Yeah.
And then, so myself and like another couple, we took care of her. Paramedics came, cleaned her up, and family member came. And then
Mm.
the other one was in a grocery store. This man, he got dizzy as well, fell over, bashed the whole right side of his head. But luckily, I'm in the grocery store that like the manager of the store came, took over, and he was in good hands. But it's just making me more conscious, more aware of the elderly that I'm surrounded by, and my two neighbors are two elderly people. So they have my number if you need me, and I check in on them. Hey, how you doing? And so yeah, gotta look
I
out for
think
the
that's
elderly.
wonderful. I think
And you
that's
know
so.
what? They're like little children anyway.
You know what? It's amazing. You literally took the words right out of my mind.
Maybe
I
that's why I
was
get along with them
literally
so
going to
good. They're like
say
little
that.
kids. Oh my gosh, they're little children. Like my
Isn't that?
parents, my children now. My parents are my children.
Yes.
They're little
Isn't that the
children.
beautiful cycle of life? And it's like now the whole thing has switched, where now they are the children now,
Once a
right? And
man tries, twice a child is so true.
yes, yes.
It's so
Wow.
true. They're children.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. We have to take care of our children and our
Yes.
elderly. And I've
Elderly.
learned to value that through the job that I'm in now, working in the health field, and most of my
Mm,
patients are seniors, so
mm,
it
Yeah.
I've learned to value the importance that we got to take care of our elderly. And you're like, just like you said, they're like children.
They're
They
like
are.
children. And yeah,
Yeah.
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 Oh, bless.
So tell me now, and I'm sure our lovely viewers are dying to hear how
Okay.
they can follow Miss Delightful,
Oh, yes.
where they can get your wonderful books for their children, or if they don't have children, for anybody that they know have children and stuff. I mean, I cannot wait to gift. Denise was so kind. She sent me 3 of her books,
Ah,
and
lovely.
the child in me, of course, you want to read it, but I cannot wait to gift these to a wonderful child.
Yes,
They're
please.
wonderful books. But how can people find your books, Denise? Where can they buy it? How can they follow Miss Delightful and what you're doing? And please share.
Yes, I will. And thank you for saying that because you know what? Books make wonderful gifts. And I'll just say this
Mhm.
also, even books that I have read, whether it's a nonfiction, a biography, I actually give them I pass books along,
Mhm.
because I feel books not only are they a gift for yourself, but you can share books. And I love to do that. So thank you for asking. You can get my books from my website, and that's missdelightful.com,
MissDelightful.com.
www.missdelightful.com. They are also on Amazon. There is a link on my website. I'm trying not to, and yes, I'll just say that. So go to my website and you can get all these lovely books. I do want to say also, because I live in Florida, my first book is I also did it in Spanish, Pan con queso,
Oh, wonderful.
because yeah, a lot of the schools that I was visiting, some of the schools here in Florida, none of the kids spoke English. And I was like, oh my gosh. So a great way that I made a connection with them was to have a Spanish book, a Spanish version of my first book. And of course, the parents like, when are you going to do book 2 and 3? It's just I will get there, but I just thought it was important to have one also in Spanish. So you can also reach me on Instagram at Miss Delightful and Friends. And I do have a Facebook account, Miss Delightful and Friends, where if you want to write me there, you can write me on my website and reach me. Those are my platforms that you can reach me. And if you want me to come visit your schools, if you have little ones, Miss Delightful will get dressed up and we'll have a wonderful time together. So that's where you can get me so far. And they really do make lovely gifts because books, like I say, books are for sharing, giving, and maybe just holding on to them because it's just your favorite book. It goes there. They're a great friend for your kid to have. Yeah.
Well said, well said. And my lovely viewers, you will find the links, all
Oh,
her
great.
links there right below. So
Oh,
you can,
lovely.
if you forget anything that she said, it is going to be right there posted for you. Her website, every
Yeah.
link she have, link up.
Oh,
Okay?
I love that.
Link up
Love
and
that.
go get Miss Delightful books. Okay? You will be delighted. All
Thanks,
right.
everyone. Yeah, absolutely. And reach out to me. Let me know if the kids like them. Let me know. 2 thumbs up, please.
Yes, yes. They're truly wonderful, though, Denise. I just want to congratulate you on this
Oh, thank
wonderful
you.
accomplishment. And I just definitely um, pray and just nothing but continued growth and expansion of Miss Delightful beyond your wildest dreams,
Oh, I receive it.
with
Thank
this
you.
beautiful venture.
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
impactful, profoundly impactful, positively impactful venture.
Thank you,
Okay?
darling. Yeah.
So, child, let us have some more fun now. So, this is
Oh,
another part of the show.
okay. Okay.
These are what I
Mhm.
call mind jerk questions. The questions
Okay.
will be like, whoo,
Let's do
nobody's
it.
ever asked me that before. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So,
I'm ready.
yes. So I have for you here
Okay.
what, and I even actually thought about this too, but
Okay.
what job would you never do no matter how much It paid.
What job would I never do no matter how much it paid?
Or is there even a job you would never do, no matter how much it paid?
Um, uh, I think because where I am now in my life and how and my age, as long as it's something that doesn't go against my beliefs, my integrity, I don't have a problem doing anything because when I moved to California, I did many jobs. I've done so many different jobs just to make ends meet. So, as long as it's not against my beliefs, my integrity, I'll do anything. You want me to come wash your dishes for $20? I'll do it. You want me to come dig up some grave? I'll do it. Shaneri, I have worked many a jobs in California, but yeah, just beliefs and integrity are important to me at this point in my life. Now, young and crazy Denise back then, maybe should have done anything for whatever, but right now on this day, those are the two I have to stand strong on. Yeah.
I like that. And that was so instrumental what you said there about integrity and your beliefs. Yes, because
Yeah.
that's exactly how I see it too. As long as my moral beliefs and my integrity is not compromised,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
do. I would go. I
Yeah,
would
I'll do it.
go like go wash the toilet. If
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
Jamaica where we come from, people tend to look down on certain things, right? Well, look,
Absolutely.
all of that will have to put aside. I'm not care how you look for me, but me go wash the toilet. Me go
Yep.
do all of that stuff
I'll be
there.
right next to you scrubbing the other toilet. Cause yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
yes,
I don't have a problem. Yeah. Working, whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes. But as long as it don't compromise my integrity, I good, I good, I good. So here's another one for you.
All right. Oof. Coming in hot.
This is an even deeper one.
Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. I'm
If
ready.
you could know the absolute truth, and we know the power of truth, right? If
Hmm.
you could know the absolute truth to one question, what would it be? If you could know the truth to one question, what would it be?
Um, all right. I'm gonna be very transparent. Um, I would want to know. It's more on the medical side of things
Okay.
because I am, my mother is living with dementia,
Hmm.
and I find it to be it's not a disease, it's a living condition of the brain. The brain is slowly shutting down. But yes, it's affecting, she's living with it, but it affects all of us on all levels emotionally. So I would want to know why there isn't a cure for dementia. There's so many other diseases that we would need or ailments that even as let's say young children and families are living with now, but because this one is so direct to me, and I could possibly have it when I get older because my mother has a gene and my siblings and I have to be very keep our minds busy and going and active and whatnot. But because it's so hard on all of us, I, if it comes down to truth, I just want to know why isn't there a cure for dementia?
Hmm.
I don't want to bring it down for your viewers, but it's just the reality that I'm living with right now. That's
Yeah.
just it's my everyday living right now. And it's
Hmm.
very hard, very hard.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Yes.
is. And it's something that hit a lot of our elderly. Something that hit a lot of our elderly. I join you with that. I would want to know that too. And to a lot of
Mm.
others that hit our elderly,
Yeah.
cancer,
Everything. Or
everything with these
just,
major diseases. Why? Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So from there now, we're
Yes.
going to
Let's pick it up.
yeah, we're going to up it up now. We're going to
Yes.
up it up with some
Sorry.
love sharing. Share the love. All
Okay.
right, which
Yes.
is
All right.
another favorite segment of the whole of Vibe show, which is how we tend to close it out
Okay.
with share the love, and it is pretty much our guest sharing something that you want to leave with our lovely viewers, something that is dear to your heart, something that you regard as one of your favorite things. It could be anything. It could, whatever it is you want to leave, something that is a must do, a must try, a must read, whatever it is, a place you must go to, whatever it
Hmm.
is that is in your collection of favorite things, right?
All right.
That you want to leave with all the people listening out there right now, that you feel will help to impact their lives in a positive way,
Okay.
right?
Got it.
What would that be?
Um, I think, no, not I think. I know that I would like to leave your viewers and listeners when it comes to love is actually self-love,
Mm,
where it just starts with yourself. And I think life can be quite hard sometimes where you have good days, hopefully more than bad days. But when you're having those days that are really hard, we need to just remember ourselves where go on and cry. But we have a saying in Jamaica, you have to big up yourself. And I mean big up
mm,
yourself where you've got to speak those positive things. It's always easy to listen to the negative in your head, but you have to speak to yourself those positive things. You have to actually look in that mirror and tell yourself, my goodness, you really are going to have a wonderful day today. You have to look at yourself and say, you are absolutely beautiful and you are wonderful and good things are going to happen to you. I really feel that it starts with you where whatever you start how you start your day off, starting with yourself, it will carry you through that day because you can put, even if it has to, if you're in that place where sometimes I'll say this, I know women, we are more emotional creatures.
mm,
And sometimes when we're going through things, we do get emotional and caught up in just behind the tears. Sometimes you've got to actually put on a song that will change the atmosphere of you feeling just so hard on yourself and make yourself happy and dance around. You've really got to work on yourself. And I just want to encourage people today that always, always big yourself up because there's so much, people are so quick to put you down because that's what they just want to bring you down, put you down. But no, you have to big up yourself, rise above, love yourself, and I'm speaking to myself because as I get older, there are so many challenges that I'm going through, physically, internally, all those kind of things. But when I get up, I actually do. I've moved into this new apartment. I don't what the owners, there's lots of mirrors like in the bathroom and sliding doors in the mirrors. I can't escape myself. And so actually, I'm thankful for it because I big up myself. I walk by
yeah,
like, all right, Den, it's going to be a good day. I talk to
that's
myself
right.
a lot. I really
Yes.
do. And
Yeah.
continue to do that. Just speak to yourself, share it with others, share the love for yourself with others, you know, and be more when you do have love for yourself and you're confident in who you are, it's easy to share it with others because
True.
you will then see easily people that are going through a really rough time out there. You'll see it. You'll
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
And it takes nothing to stop your busy life to go and speak something positive in someone else's life. Even if it's just like, are you all right? Are you okay? If they say yes, good, God bless you, and carry on. But I think we need to just really just continue to affirm ourselves in love and just pass that on, that positive affirmation to others. You have to like it's like speaking life into other people. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to. It starts with you so that you can go and do that to other people. Even though I have a kid's character, Miss Delightful, and friends, the friends are all the wonderful people I meet have become my friends. And my prayer is that every child and family that I do meet, I am bigging them up. I've actually been to a school one time, and this kid, I tell you, Shaneri, he was just, his head was just down, down, down the entire time. He'd come in the party, his head was just down, 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 down. And I just went up to him and I said, you need to keep your chin up, King. I'm not afraid to speak into the lives of little people because little people also, believe it or not, they do get stressed out because more than ever, kids pick up on grown-ups' energy.
That's true.
I want to give them joy because kids, so this is in the morning time. All my stuff's in the morning. And this is how this kid's morning is starting out. His head was hung down so low. And I said, I can't even start this without going to speak to him and say, come on, King, lift up your chin. Let's have a good time. And we do a little dance segment. He didn't want to dance in the group circle. He was on the side. So I went over to him and I just did a little dance next to him. And all of a sudden, some teeth start showing. But it's our duty. We've got to share that. So, in your love essence, start with yourself so we can spread it out, man.
Yes.
Just spread it
Yes.
out.
Yes.
It's free. Being kind is free. Smiling is free. Speaking a positive word, it's free. Give all that goodies. People need it more than ever.
Yeah.
More than ever.
Yeah.
And we see it. Don't ignore the crying mother in the parking lot. Just check on her. You're all right. I see that so many times. It's always in the parking lot. Women are crying. I've been that woman. I've been in my car crying so many times. You see it all the time. Just make sure you're in the park, wherever you are, in the grocery store. You're all right,
That's so beautifully said and perfectly stated. Um, Something that stood out to me with what you said is when that little child that you were cheering up and you said to him, cheer up, King. I love that you called him a king. You're
Absolutely.
already putting that in his mind of who he is.
Know
You're
who you
already
are.
elevating his
Absolutely.
self-worth. That is so beautiful.
Yeah,
That
his,
is
his
so
crown was
beautiful.
a little tilted that morning. I just had to straighten up the
You
crown.
straightened up the
Come
crown.
on.
Yes.
you know,
Yes,
come
yes, that's
on.
indeed our absolutely, absolutely. I love that. It's so beautiful. And it made me think of something that happened to me once when I went to the supermarket and
Mm,
I was leaving with something on my mind. And a gentleman who I don't know, I don't know this man from Adam. And he saw me walk into my car and he pulled down his window and he said, hello. And he said, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. He's like, oh, I just saw you. You looked so sad. I just want to give you a hug. Just like that. And I was a little bit down because there was something that I was thinking about at the time in my
mm.
spirit that had me a little down. And I was like, wow, it just blew my mind because you don't really see that a lot.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? That this person noticed that and just took the time to put down his window to say, are you okay?
Hey, are you,
You
yeah,
seemed a bit down, and I just want to give you a virtual hug. You know what I mean?
right.
That was just so wonderful. It just brings us back to what we were saying earlier about loving your neighbor as yourself, and it's just so beautiful what you said because that is really what it's about. It's spreading the light, what
Yeah,
I personally like to call the light of Christ, because that's what we're really called on to do, is find the Christ in everyone, you know what I mean, and to truly spread that love of Christ. So I think that is so beautiful. That's such a beautiful thing to leave with everyone, to learn to love yourself.
Man, big up yourself, everyone.
Big up yourself.
When you
Yeah.
guys wake up tomorrow morning and you're in the mirror brushing your teeth, because it's good to brush your teeth, big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
Tell yourself
Yes.
you look good. It's gonna be a
Yes.
great day. It's gonna be a
Yes.
wonderful morning.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mary, I thank before I go, I thank God for you and what you're doing
Oh,
and how you're using your gift to share with others, and you're bringing together also not only individuals on what their talent is, but you're teaching everyone about new things and discovering new people that maybe they never thought. One of your guests from your show, she was a doctor, and I just love what she said so much. I wish
oh,
she lived
Dr.
in
Mo, Dr.
Florida.
Mo, Dr. Mo.
I was like, oh, my belly. Lots of Jamaicans have problem with them belly. I am one. I have a lazy colon. Oh, I was like, boy, I'm telling you, I might have to make a special trip in California to see her. But I thank God for your platform and what you're doing, and just sharing with your viewers these wonderful people that we get to see. So thank you for that, and continued blessings to you. And I love that you are doing what you love to do, and just keep going, girl. Keep doing it.
Thank you so much, Denise. I have to give all praises to God Almighty
Yeah.
for that. That really means a lot. And I really do thank you again for
Anytime.
being my
Absolutely.
special guest, my special VIP in the building on the All
Wow.
of Vibes, the All of Vibes show. And
What
I
a
just
vibe.
want you to do one more time for the
Mm.
people in the back.
Yes. What must I do?
Let us know how we can follow you again.
Oh, yes. Please, please visit my website. It is missdelightful.com. That's missdelightful.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Miss Delightful and Friends, and on Facebook at Miss Delightful and Friends. Please, please, and please make this a wonderful, wonderful gift for a child, a parent. Kids are friends to books, books are friends to kids. And reach out to me if you want me to come to your school. I do travel and would love to come and meet more wonderful kids around the country.
Look
Absolutely.
at that. Big up as we were talking.
Big
Big
up,
up
big
to
up.
Denise,
Oh,
Miss
bless you.
Delightful.
Thank you.
Taylor, everybody.
Thank you. Oh, thanks, everyone. Thank you, Shanari, and Ola Vibes. Ola
Thank
Vibes.
you. Thank you, my darling. And you're going to love this closeout. I just want to thank you again for coming on the Whole of Vibe show. And I want to thank you, my lovely viewers, for taking the time to watch and
Thank
listen.
you.
And
Yes.
I just hope that something from the show really touched your heart, elevated you. Go out and get Miss Delightful books for Uno Picnic. Picnic is Jamaican for children, all right?
Yes, the children.
Yes.
Yes.
Trust me. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. And with that said, I want to leave you all out with one of my favorite things. And this
Yes.
is a song. You hear how Denise talk about, you know, looking in the mirror and really, affirming that you're going to have a good day and all that.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of those songs that do it for me. And
Oh,
I
great.
encourage you guys to look up this artist. He's actually from Jamaica, Denise. He's from our home, from our homeland.
Okay.
His name is Jermaine Edwards. Look him up on YouTube. There's a song that has millions of views, and rightfully so.
Okay.
Are the words that stood out in this song to me from this artist. I woke up and looked in the mirror. You hear Denise talking about mirror.
Oh,
This
wow.
is
What?
how this is all in alignment. Look at this.
It's meant to be.
It's meant
Yes.
to be, right? I woke up and looked in the mirror, and every part of my body was in place. Many
Mm.
people died and never saw this day. So another day I live, I appreciate. don't ever want to act too high and mighty, because tomorrow I can fall down on my face. So in
Mm.
everything, Lord, I give you praise, and that puts a smile on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine. I thank you for rain. I thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. That's actually the name of the song. It's a beautiful day.
Okay.
It's very
Okay.
upbeat. You will
Mm-hmm.
love it. While
Okay.
you follow Denise's advice, looking in that mirror and affirming you're going to have that
Yeah,
beautiful day,
man.
play that song in the background. Trust me, you will love it. It's a beautiful day.
It's a
So
beautiful
I leave you with
day.
that, my viewers. Thank you so much for watching. And as we say in Jamaica, walk good.